plan review, and that was the one where Gary suggested that there be 6 signed sealed plans prepared under the direct supervisor of the designated professional.
In the state of Michigan. And Gary Bice has gone over this, and the only correction he had was that one line for 6 sets of signs for basically each commissioner.
Let me read it. Yeah. Let me read it. What do you think of it? We missing anything?
Do you have exactly what we have?
Yes, we have it.
Yeah.
Haven't read all
Most of this stuff came off of the, we kind of pulled stuff off of the state of Michigan one. We pulled stuff off of almost every, we had 6 different site plans that we were looking at. We were trying to include everything that was in all 6 of them.
It's a lot more detailed than most of them.
And there probably will be some changes to this. You know, I mean, this is the first time we've actually spent a lot of time, and I'm sure if in Frankfurt, so we're making changes that we'll have to do.
Something else for that.
This might be the, this is the,
So this is yours.
yeah, this is the one.
I just got to re-enter this and add.
Some of, for the people in the room, some of the stuff that this includes is description of routes for use by construction and delivery of the windmill equipment. There's agreement of a bond in here with a bond for the repair of the road. That's also, we include the Lawrence County Road Commission with this. Documentation of sound pressure level, construction code, tower interconnection, safety requirements, liability insurance, construction schedule. All new infrastructure above ground related to the project, MSDS, noise modeling and analysis report, includes a sound pressure level measurements done by a third party. We have not yet set the sound levels yet. Visual impact simulation, We got environmental analysis by a third party. This is probably a little bit redundant from the last 4.3. We also are looking at avian and wildlife impact analysis by a third party. Are you guys doing that already? By a third party, or are you doing it yourself? Third party, sir. Who's the third party? Where do you find people like that? Shadow flicker analysis. We have another site plan to show for restoration of the site after completion of the product. We have a complaint resolution process developed by the applicant to resolve complaints. We don't think we've forgotten anything, but we also have this piece of paper here from this one here that it's got 40 different, 49 different things to look for. And I think we could probably check a lot of these things off of this 50 list that I was doing. So I guess I'm going to ask for a motion to accept this site plan.
Which includes the
We're going to include, we're going to put in here that we're going to want 6 sets of plans. And it's going to be prepared by a professional license in the state of Michigan. Do you have a motion on that? And a second?
Support.
Discussion? Favor aye?
Aye.
Close same? Motion passed.
We got a complaint.
Josh, have you looked at this complaint?
Very briefly.
Any suggestions?
Well, I guess my first suggestion, there's been a number of different documents presented tonight. This is the first time that the public has seen them. I don't understand.
No, you got them, we talked about them last month, and we handed these things out last month too.
No, you gave out the definitions. I don't believe the complaint resolution documents were presented.
Either way.
Either way, I think
We
that
didn't get that far.
either way, I think the point still stands, though, that many of the members of the public, this is their first time seeing them. I would encourage the board to consider maybe having some discussion, but refrain from voting on anything until the public has had a time on both sides of the issue to take a look at the documents as presented and be able to provide meaningful comment next time. I don't understand what the rush is to keep continually voting on motions. We could have them open for a month and come back and vote on them next month or the month after. I mean, a cursory glance at the complaint resolution seems to offload quite a bit of the responsibility in the complaint process to the citizen, which seems to be somewhat different than I've seen in some of the other townships. Put quite a bit of burden on a resident trying to bring forward a complaint. Obviously, there's got to be a balance so that you don't have frivolous complaints, but it seems like it's loaded a little bit against residents.
I was going to look at, thanks Josh, I was looking at page 22 and 23 of the agenda. here, it says that if the windmill is in violation of ordinance, the owner or operator shall reimburse the township for the noise level test and take action to bring the structure into compliance. And then the next point was, if a complaint regarding shadow flicker is deemed sufficient by the township will request that the owner or operator of the windmill shall provide a shadow flicker analysis of the turbine as constructed to determine the compliance of the requirements of this ordinance. The analysis should be conducted by an independent third party acceptable to the township. And then the next point was, if the windmill is in violation of the ordinance shadow flicker requirements, the owner or operator must take immediate action to achieve compliance, which may include, without limitation, ceasing operation of the structure for the violation is correct, or obtaining a waiver from the affected landowner.
That's pretty similar to what we got in here,
Yeah.
in the 7-1 that. Want me to read this one, because it's pretty close to the future.
Yeah.
Section 701, complaint resolution. The Michigan Zoning Enabling Act allows the local unit of government to enact through ordinance regulations to achieve specific land management objectives and advert to solve specific land use problems. And it has a small number. The township may experience substantial growth in wind energy facilities. In the light of the foregoing, the township has developed a process for the resolution of complaints unique to wind energy systems. A description of a complaint resolution process shall be established by an applicant of the wind energy facility permit as part of the initial application of zoning approval. The process is intended to facilitate resolution of complaints concerning the construction or operation of the wind energy facility from nearby residents and or property owners. The process may use the independent media or arbitrator and shall include a time limit for acting on a complaint. A complaint resolution process approved through a wind energy facility permit shall be prepared, utilized at a minimum, guidelines which are established by a resolution of Township Board after recommendations by the Planning Commission. And said process shall not preclude the Township from pursuing any and all appropriate legal action on a complaint. 7.1, public inquiries and complaints. Shall an aggravated property owner allege that the WF wind energy facility is not in compliance with the noise and shadow flicker requirements of the ordinance, the procedure shall be as follows. A, noise complaint. 1, notify, this would be the individual, notify the township board in writing regarding concerns about a noise level. If the complaint is deemed sufficient by the township, Palmyra Township Board to warrant investigation, Palmyra Township Board will request the aggravated property owner deposit funds in amount sufficient to pay for noise level test conducted by a certified acoustic technician to determine compliance with the requirements of this ordinance. If the test indicates that the noise level is within ordinance requirements, the Township Board will use the deposit to pay for the test. If the wind energy facility owner or owners is in violation of the ordinance noise requirement, the owner shall reimburse the Palmyra Township Board for the noise level test and take immediate action to bring the MEF into compliance, which may include ceasing operations MEF until ordinance violations are corrected. The Township Board will refund the deposit to aggravated property owner. B, shadow flicker complaint. 1, notify the Palmyra Township Board in writing regarding concerns about the amount of shadow flicker. 2, if the complaint is deemed sufficient by the Township Board to warrant investigation, Palmyra Township Board will request the owners to provide a shadow flicker analysis of the turbine as constructed to determine compliance with the requirements of this ordinance. 3, if the MEF owner is in violation of the ordinance shadow flicker requirements, the owner will take immediate action to bring the MEF into compliance, which may include ceasing operation of the MEF until the ordinance violations are corrected.